Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Today is like June 10th, 2020. All right. So I had a question asked about my automatic chicken feeder. Well, this is part of it that I had originally made, and this had another section of pipe with a 45-degree elbow that came up in the air, and I'll show you that right now. Oh, I can show it from here. That's it right over there underneath the cover. And the cover was for when it rained to keep water from building up inside of the feeder. Okay, so originally this was my idea for not having to come out and feed the chickens all the time. I could give them enough feed in these that would come down in here. I made this little angle piece, as you can see, that would fit down in here. So when I put the feed in the top pipe, it would come down and split to two different sides. But what happened with this was all of the other critters in the desert decided, hey, that restaurant's open and there's nobody there to collect the money. Let's go over there and eat. So they would come in here and they would wipe this thing out in a day's or night's time. And the next day I'd come out and it's empty. I even had one of the rats came in and tunneled all the way up inside of the pipe and then started compacting with the nest in there so that the feed would stay above here and not go down into the bottom. So I said, well, that's got to go. So here it is out here. What was my alternative? Well, that was the feed. Let me show you what I had on the water and why I had to change that. Okay, so I had this barrel up here, and I put in a tap in here that I could turn on and off, and put a wire on here so I could get water from it when I wanted out here. And this one used to connect to that pipe down there. Let me get around the other side here. Used to connect to that pipe right down there, go and went inside and had 3 nipples on it where the chickens could drink when that was open under the coop. Well, now that I closed the bottom in, I don't want to do that anymore because whatever water doesn't go in the chicken's mouth is going to go on the wooden floor in there and cause a problem. So I have to come up with a new modification to this. So what I did was, for feed, I now have those 2 buckets right there. So I can leave out as much as I want during the day, and then when nighttime comes, I can take those inside. But what I'm going to end up doing is making a cover for them, so I can just close the cover on them for the nighttime, and I don't have to worry about the critters getting into it. Not only the nighttime critters, but the daytime little birds that are around here, they come in here and they just wipe me out of food, and it's gotten expensive. For water, I took the little nipple feeder things I had. I took one of the yellow buckets I had, and I put 3 of those little water feeders around the bucket, and then set it up on top of a cinder block so it's off the ground at a comfortable height for them to drink. Then on this one, I actually bought this one at Tractor Supply, and this one has the little stainless nipples on the bottom. They have to hit it with their beak and then water comes out. And I just used my finger to show them how it worked, and in a matter of seconds they were drinking out of it. So now I showed them how that one works. They have to hit the little yellow button down there to fill it up with water, and they figured that out. So that works nice because the bugs and that stuff can still drink out of the little trays, but they can't get up there to get to them. But the bees can. So if bees come in here, they can go in there and get a drink of water. So that's what I did for water. And then also at Tractor Supply, they sell those type of waterers. Those are hanging waterers. And that's a 5 gallon over there. You can fill that right up to the top and then hang it. And as they drink, the water refills itself automatically. So that's the system I'm using now. And it seems to be working better because I'm not going through feed and water as fast as I used to. Now, getting the water up off the ground on a hanging unit like that, or on a hanging unit like this, or up off the ground like that over there, that's great because, trust me, the desert ants out here will find that water and they'll get into it. And that's not a good thing, because those desert ants are a real pain. As a matter of fact, yesterday when I came out to water these, I noticed I got a bunch of ants running around the base of this tree. And they seem to be coming from over in that direction somewhere. So I'll have to look for that ant nest, and I'll put some feed on, or some treatment on it. And then also, right down there underneath the wheel of the wheelbarrow, you see a bunch of ants running around down there, and that's a hole, and that's going down in there. And then I just finished scraping all of this and grading all of this, but I've still got to do the final grade on this. But look at this, I got a whole bunch of fire ants coming up out of a hole there. So I'm all out of ant bait, and I'm gonna have to go pick some up. And these are fire ants. They're not friendly. If you walk out here with flip-flops on like I do all the time, you'll end up with some cigarette burns type feelings on your feet very quickly, because as soon as they get on you, they bite. And not fun. So yeah, I'll pick up some more ant bait at Home Depot. They have the one there that's specifically for fire ants. Now, in the past, I've had good luck with making a rich mixture of Dawn dishwashing liquid in a 5 gallon bucket of water, and then just pouring that down the hole. And apparently the surfactant in the water blocks off the way that the ants can breathe, and it kills the whole nest. Well, that's all well and good, except water's too valuable out here in the desert. And if I'm going to use 5 gallons on that hole, 5 gallons on that hole, 5 gallons on that hole, heck, that's almost a week's worth of showers for me. So nope, not going to do that. All right, everybody, that's all for today. G-Bear, oh yeah, notice the winds have stopped, finally. G-Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with your friends. Just go down below, click on share, and put your friend's name in there on any way you want to share it. Facebook and Instagram and all of those others, or email or text message, whatever. Share with your friends. G-Bear signing off.